Hi guys, it's Professor Fernandez here and welcome to English 1302. I am so happy that you guys are here and so happy to be your professor, and this is going to be a great semester. 1302 is one of my favorite classes to teach. We're going to learn tons and tons of things, so let's get started. I'm going to show you a little bit of how this class works. You guys being 1302 students, I kind of expect you guys already know how to work D2L and know kind of the way around things, but I still wanted to give you a little bit of a tour of your online class so that way you understand how it works. So this is the typical 1302 class. There's no announcements here quite yet because I'm literally recording the announcement that you will be seeing here. So there will be announcements on the front of the page. I am a big communicator, so I put a lot of announcements on there because, well, I want you guys to know as much as you possibly can. So definitely check the announcements as soon as you log in. Of course, if you download, and you should be downloading the Pulse app, the Brightspace Pulse app, it's orange and there's a picture of it in the module. Go ahead and download that, and every time I upload an announcement, you get a notification, so you'll definitely stay in the know. Now, of course, the backbone to your entire class is under content, so you're definitely going to want to click content. Everything is pretty much in content. There, you can go to other parts of the class up here in the menu section. But for the most part, you're going to hang out on the content section. And in the content section, you are going to get lots of stuff here. So I'm going to start at the beginning. There is your syllabus for fall 2020, brightly fresh and new put up there. And the syllabus is going to have all the information on how the class runs. And it's going to have all the deadlines for all the major papers. That includes the journals and the actual longer papers. So what is not going to be on the calendar are the smaller things like discussion boards and quizzes and things. Those are actually going to be listed on the to-do list for each individual module. So let me show you what the module is and is like. We'll work on that. Well, let me show you what the modules are like, and I can go back and show you all the other wonderful things I have for you. So every class, or every module, I'm sorry, is a week long. So this class is organized by modules, week-long modules. There's 16 weeks, so there are 16 modules. Think of them as units, right? But the units are tinier. They're smaller. They're only for 1 week. So every week you get a welcome. You get an introduction to the week. You get what the goals are for the week and what the objectives are for every single week. So that way you know exactly what learning outcomes we're hitting, what the goals are for each thing, if there's anything big happening. For example, we already know just by the intro of the first module that you have a web conference for all 1302, which is this week. And I'm going to let you read when that is. And of course, there's the checklist for every single class, or every single module. Every class has checklists, but every module has a checklist. And so you'll just click on the module, or you'll click on the checklist, and a nice little Word document comes up with the checklist for the week. You will see some reminders. For the most part, the reminders stay the same unless there's something new that's coming up. And then you'll have the things that you've got to do for the week. And I put these together just to help you guys out, to help you guys organize your work schedule, your academic work schedule, so that you know, hey, this is the things that I have to make sure that I complete by the end of the module. Now for fall 2020, the modules open on Tuesdays at 9 a.m. and they close the following Tuesday at 9 a.m. So it goes from Tuesday 9 a.m. to Tuesday 9 a.m. Let's go back to D2L. Now I want to show you the other folders that are in your class, and very important for you to know and understand what they are, so that way you know where to find the information that you need. Obviously, you have the syllabus, and the syllabus is super important because, well, it's the rules of the game, right? So you definitely want to read the syllabus. You do have a short syllabus quiz that you're gonna have to fix, or not fix, or short syllabus quiz that you're gonna have to do. So you might want to read the syllabus and then go ahead and take the syllabus quiz. It is an open book, by the way. You actually have a reference folder that has a bunch of references here. So things that you may have forgotten from your 1301 class that maybe like you learned it, but it's been a while, you've had a couple of sleeps since then. So things like citation help, things like how to find and evaluate sources. My personal favorite is 5 Things to Remember When Emailing Your Professor. You should probably read that. Yes, us professors are very particular. How to check the comments on your paper, which is super important. And of course, the rubrics, how you will be graded. Also on here is a folder just on time management. This will actually have time management stuff in there as soon as I pop those in there. So the time management folder will have lots of links on how to manage time, and a couple of those links will be actual videos that I've done that shows how I've actually learned how to kind of organize myself. This is something in a skill that you kind of don't really learn, but you kind of learn it like baptism by fire. So I wanted to show you kind of what I do. I also have other videos there from other people and what they do. So the time management folder is going to be there. This will probably be filled in probably around Tuesday if you're seeing this on a Monday, because the recording of this is actually kind of late and I'd kind of like to take a good sleep before getting up and finishing it out. Also on the left-hand side, you have something called Readings for the Semester. The book for this is A Guide to Arguing About Literature. It's very, very thin, and there's not a lot of readings in there, and that's on purpose. I wanted you guys to have a book that isn't too terribly expensive. I kind of like to keep in mind that students have no money. They're in college because one day they want to have money. So right now they have no money. So I'm very cognizant of you guys and your budget. So I opted for the smaller, very thinner book for 1302 and all the readings I give you. So here's the folder that says Readings for the Semester. So the readings that you're going to do for the semester are going to be in here. Right now I have a couple of readings that you're going to do at the beginning of the semester. There's going to be more added there throughout the semester, but I have that there so that way if you don't have the book, for example, Usul at the Stadium is actually in the Arguing About Literature book, the thin orange one. And in case you don't have the book, or it hasn't come yet, I have a copy of that book, of that story there for you guys to read. So I like to give you guys free resources that's open to everyone, so that way you have access to things. All right, so pretty much that is the tour of your English 1302 class. What's on the other menu items here? Well, let's go through them. Of course, you know, grades are grades. That's where your grades are going to be recorded. And pretty much how I handle grades is that for discussion posts, I tend to grade very, very quickly. And for other things like papers, I don't tend to grade as quickly. So just so you know, heads up, your discussion boards will be graded fairly quickly. Your quizzes are graded fairly quickly. because it took you longer to do actual papers, it takes me longer to grade them. Just a heads up. Also, you'll see that there is your papers and your journals for the semester. And so for pretty much almost every unit or every week, we have a journal of some sort. The top half of the class, or the beginning half of the class, you have to journal about once every 2 to 3 weeks. At the second half of the class, we actually go a little faster and you have to journal once a week. So here you have the deadlines for all those. So I highly recommend that you put those deadlines, those dates into your calendar, whether it's a Google Calendar or an Outlook calendar, or whether you use bullet journaling. I definitely highly suggest that. And I was kind of pausing because I see something wrong and I'm going to fix it before you guys see it. So this is actually 9 a.m. and I'll fix that here after the video. And there you go. Of course, you have email, and of course, I respond to all email. Definitely, you can use, I prefer you use your D2L email to keep everything all in one spot. But there you go. All right. If you have any questions, definitely send me an email through D2L, and I'll do my best to answer. Bye, guys.